Okay, so I got my hands on this smartphone. It's the all-new Redmi 14C, and well, it's interesting to say the least. Naturally, it begs the question: how many corners did Redmi cut on this budget phone? And more importantly, is it even worth considering? Let's get it. Starting off with the design, the Redmi 14C isn't really a budget phone trying to look or feel more expensive than it actually is. The phone comes in 4 different colors. The blue looks to be the prettiest. I love black, so I'm just fine with the variant I have. It does have a glossy back that likes to flirt with smudges in its free time, which is pretty much every time. It loves fingerprints more than you love the phone. The green variant does have this matte leather-like texture, but the black variant I have does have this cool stardust diamond glitter effect thing going on. But you won't be staring at the back of your phone all day, and you'd probably just slap a case on it since it's gonna look ugly after a few friends compliment it and touch it. So maybe try buying the other colors instead. If you're wondering, yes, the rear is glass, and at least that's what Redmi says. No, I didn't try cracking it to confirm if it's true. Yes, it does make the device feel quite premium, especially for its price. The frame is plastic, and it comes with a side-mounted fingerprint sensor embedded into the power button. You get one downward firing speaker. No, you don't get 4 cameras, just one. A huge shout out to Redmi's dedicated optical illusion design team for those extra dummy lenses. And the display is honestly kinda meh. It's a huge 6.8-inch 720p 120Hz display that in-plane switches its liquid crystal display. Yes, that's just a fancy word for IPS LCD. And yes, you heard that right, 120Hz and 720p in the same sentence. It's 2025, and I really believe that 720p displays on a smartphone should be a criminal offense. I mean, I'm not even that mad that it's a top-notch display, quite literally, but its huge size only means one thing: it has a measly pixel density of 260 ppi. For context, that is worse than an iPhone 6 from 2014. Is the display sharp? No. Is it huge? Yes. But at least it does have a 120Hz refresh rate, right? Well, not really. It's one of those specs that's more on paper than in reality. For some reason, it doesn't seem to be able to maintain 120Hz for long. This phone only hits 120Hz when you're in the settings app trying to find out why your 120Hz device feels sluggish, and when you're on the lock screen when the display is, static. So yeah, technically 120Hz, but it's not something you'll feel all the time. Overall, it's an okay display for the price, nothing special. Powering this phone is the Helio G81 Ultra. And while Ultra at the end of the name sounds cool, it's only really an okay processor. It's not exactly snappy, and the slightly bizarre 120Hz display doesn't do much in the way of making the phone feel faster than it actually is. But it'll handle all of your regular smartphone needs, like, a couple of texts, calls, some media, and probably slight gaming. But it's not going to be winning any speed awards anytime soon. I'd strongly recommend getting the 6GB or 8GB variant if you're buying this device, or you might be stuck waiting for it to catch up to you. So yes, it'll work just fine for your everyday tasks, but I wouldn't push it too much. So the Redmi 14C only has 2 functional cameras, a 50MP wide-angle camera at the rear and a 13MP selfie camera. The photos taken on this device are as you would expect of a device in its price range. Nothing too spectacular, just okay looking photos. Videos max out at 1080p at 30fps with no form of stabilization, so if you're thinking of vlogging handheld on this, do not do that. The Redmi 14C is running on Xiaomi's HyperOS on top of Android 14, and this version of HyperOS doesn't look as buttery as the other high-end Redmi phones. And that's probably because the processor can't keep up with the heavy animations, but in any case, it's okay. Expect some bloatware, a few ads here and there, a couple of free pre-installed apps that can be uninstalled if you want, and probably maybe one major update in its entire lifetime, if you're lucky. This device comes with a huge 5160 mAh battery. Getting all-day battery shouldn't be a problem with this device. However, even though it comes with a 33 watts charger, for some reason this phone only supports 18 watts of wired charging. I don't know why they decided to go down this route. It really is quite strange, but it is what we get. It will take around 2 hours of your time to fill up this phone, so it's not the snappiest phone out there. The 14C starts at 135,000 naira and goes as high as 180,000 naira based off storage and specs and colors. It's a phone that does what it's meant to do well. It doesn't really do anything outrightly bad for its price, apart from maybe that display. Do I think you should go out and buy this phone? Well, unless you're a Redmi fan, I would actually say no. There are other phones in its price range that could give you better bang for your buck. Anyways, that's been it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.